So this was the first delve I did. It's a
Don't step in
part
those
of the
webs.
story,
Nerubians
so I
might
had no
pop out
choice
if you do.
about going into it or not. You have to do this one. I did this one on a Windwalker monk, as probably obvious, but you know. I decided to run into the web to see if Nerubians would actually appear. It's a little let down that they didn't, but
That's everyone here. Let's keep this cart moving. They're behind us. Watch out.
like I mentioned in the article, the combat and everything, not like the health of the mobs, how much damage I was done, none of that definitely seems balanced at all. I mean, it is only a tier 2, but still. I haven't played a Windwalker since Shadowlands, so there's no reason I should have been able to plow through things like that. If it had been balanced, I mean. I'm not sure why I kept avoiding the web since I already kind of proved that it didn't matter. I guess just out of habit of trying not to stand in bad things. I wasn't sure what that thing over there was at all. I don't. Yeah, there is a star on the mini map, but it just looked like something you could interact with. And then, of course, to go over, and monster pops up. And then there's abilities that you can get for doing the extra stuff. There seemed to be a bunch of variety of them on the 212s I did, and they kind of reminded me a little bit of Torghast. And I'm sure if you do this with multiple people, you would get everybody would get options. And as you could see there just a second ago, that ability gave me the ability to double jump. Just nifty.
Found a bit of gold.
I can't attack that target.
Look around. There's treasure here.
I waited basically so he came over here so I wouldn't have to run around
I
to
don't
loot.
have a target.
That's why I didn't run over to him.
I need to get closer.
Should have probably just killed him instead of running out of that. But again, like I said, habit of not standing and stuff.
I need a target.
I assume the meeting stone works kind of like a
What
checkpoint
have
in
we
the
here?
delves. I never died, so I didn't really get an opportunity to test it out. But I think that's what the point of it being right before the end is.
Oh, I need rest after that
It
one.
is too far away. I'm out of range.
And then the final boss.
Look around. There's treasure
Gotta kill
here.
the guy first, Bran.
Here we go.
Yep. Collect all the rewards, and then you got a little bot to leave. So this is the second delve I did. This time on Guardian Druid, obvious. Big ol' bear. This is actually what my main is, so I'm much more comfortable with it. I found this one just wandering around the Isle. I wasn't led to it by a quest or anything. I was just exploring. So it was kind of cool to just find one and wander into it.
Here we go.
See the circle around me. When you first enter
Found a bit of
this,
gold.
there's a brand tells you that there's a whole bad darkness in here, and to keep yourself safe from it, basically you need to pick up these candles that are around, and it makes the circle of light around you. But every time you move, you lose a little bit of the light. So you can only move so much before you lose it all. I kind of like that just because it made me think more strategically a little bit. I don't think, again, the rate at which it loses is really tuned with the difficulty or anything yet. Because even I made some really bad decisions later on, which you'll see, it wasn't too bad. So, being first alpha pass, I wouldn't expect anything really to be tuned much at all. Well, there's that mining node there, and Bram runs right over and mines it, gives it to me, which is cool considering, I don't have mining. When you first enter, the whole reason you're going through this is you're trying to help in Earthen recover some mementos that were stolen by the kobolds from him.
Smell that? It's... what have we here?
So Bran went right over there and uncovered another one of those little things that'll give us a special ability. Or give me, I should say, not us. It's a shield. Realized that I forgot to click that when I was already near it. I think I'm going to make a... Oh no, I did click it. All right. I was going to say, I thought I ran away from it and had to come back to that one. But here I realized that the door is not open. And then I noticed on the mini map, I forgot to pick up the memento when I was over by it. So I had to run back. Wasted a little bit of my candle there. So I'm skirting the edge there because as soon as I touch it, the new candle hops over like that one just did. I wanted to try and delay that a little bit. So I think Bran is about to fall asleep. Yep, so I was very amused by that. I was standing around a little bit too long, I think, and he fell asleep waiting on me, which I think is great. And I realized I have to run back over to where I just was because, you know, I want to check out that guy. But then I realized, you know, he's just a vendor. So I didn't really need to do that, but he was outlined, so I wasn't sure. Wasted some of my candle there.
Found a bit of gold!
So here I make a really, really bad mistake. I was very distracted by the fire. So over on the left, I'm sure you see it, there's a little box I was supposed to collect. I just ignored it and ran right by it. And continuing on, about here is where I notice on the mini map there's still a marker and I missed. So have to go back through. This ends up not being a terrible thing, but I'm sure, like, again, once things are tuned, having to do that will be a bit more detrimental. I think it's about here that I also realized, oh wait, the fire doesn't really hurt at all, so I'm going to stop worrying about that.
Oh, I need to rest after that one.
See, I barely made it to that candle before I ran out. Oh, it happened when he picked me up. I was gonna say, I wasn't sure when I did this why I got knocked out of bear form and I dropped the candle, but it didn't look like I had fat fingered my stance, so it just appears to be something when he picks you up. Hopefully, when that reaches live, that won't be a thing. It's not detrimental. Well, it can be, depending on how it's balanced, but preferably it would not knock you out of your form. I thought that thing there was the chest as well. I thought something was going to happen. And then it's the gold room. The chest. And the gold laying on the ground kind of threw me off on both delves. Just seemed like an odd thing. I mean, it makes sense, but you have to make sure you run through it. Get your little gold. But that's about all there is with those two delves. I had a lot of fun with them. I'm really keen to see what they're like once they're balanced a bit and get a better feel for actual difficulty.